Okay, guys, let's begin with the talk.
ChatGPT, AI, and the future of language learning. Of course, this image has been created using an AI, Midjourney. And that's what we're going to talk about today, right, Lucas? ChatGPT, AI, not only ChatGPT, other AI tools as well, and what we think could be the future of language learning.
Well, I'd like to start this talk by giving a disclaimer. I guess some of you might try to use ChatGPT in the past, and you didn't get the best results. Probably if you tried it 3 months ago, you maybe got a sentence wrong, a collocation wrong, and you thought, yeah, I'm not going to use ChatGPT because, it gives answers with mistakes. But in reality, the technology is getting better every day. So, let's see what we've got here in June 2023.
Yeah, that was my case, actually. At the beginning, I was like, maybe not. But then, little by little, it started to improve, and nowadays I'm really, really impressed with the power of it. So, just to get started, my name is Fabrício Carraro. We took this picture, I know that you're smiling, because we took his picture at his house in Curitiba, Brazil. And I'm 34 years old, I'm Brazilian. I speak 14 languages in different levels, of course. But I'm living in Spain right now, in Barcelona. I've been living there for about 5 years. And how about you, Lucas?
Well, I'm Lucas, 32, Lucas Bighetti. I'm 32 years old. I'm also Brazilian, and now I'm living in Italy. I've studied over 20 languages, and I guess as you guys, I have a big passion for languages.
So I guess we can get to it, right?
Okay, so ChatGPT.
Yeah.
How many of you guys have used ChatGPT before? Wow, basically everyone. Okay, cool. So today we would like to share some ideas on how to use ChatGPT. We'll start with the basics, and then we'll try some more interesting prompts.
Yes, and one more question, actually. How many of you use ChatGPT on a weekly basis? Okay, quite
half,
a lot,
I guess.
actually. Yeah, I'm surprised.
Cool. So yeah, we will start with the basic prompts, and then we'll try to get creative. So the first thing we're going to share with you is vocabulary building. Well, Fabrício? You can use ChatGPT for learning words. Let's say that you, for instance, want to learn French, right? Well, you can use ChatGPT to learn words. Let's see if the tech will work. Okay, so here's our prompt. Translate the following words into French. Friendship, wall, constitution. Well, that's pretty straightforward. You get the translations in French. But then you might think, oh, but wait a moment. I've heard that French has gender, right? Has masculine and feminine nouns. Well, here you could simply just type something like add the articles, and then you get the masculine and feminine. Well, the first word starts with a vowel, right? And now it's not very clear whether the word is masculine or feminine. Well, here we can then ask ChatGPT to do something like add the gender or article. No, I think that a better prompt would be the gender. And there you have it. Now, this word in French is a feminine word. It's a feminine noun. What if you have, let's say you're learning German, and as you know, German has der, die, das, right? And if you don't know the article, you might get confused. So imagine that you have a list of 10 words in German, and but you don't have the corresponding articles right here: Haus, Baum, Auto. Is it der? Is it die? Is it das? Well, you can ask ChatGPT to add the articles.
That's a real problem that I think everyone here had when they were learning German.
Okay, it's thinking. Usually it's
sometimes takes a while.
It's a little bit. Usually it's a little bit faster than that, but
And there you go. You're like das Haus, der Baum, das Auto, etc. And it's also very useful if you want to create a glossary on a specific topic. So, for example, you want to learn about foreign policy in Chinese. You can ask ChatGPT to give you words that are used for that. So, Você pode ir mais para trás ou mais para lá, talvez?
All right, so yeah, indeed. So imagine that you want to talk about foreign policy in Chinese and you don't have much time to prepare. Well, you could ask ChatGPT to give you a bilingual English-Chinese list with 10 words or even with 50 words. And here, well, it's good that it's already showing us the pinyin, so you don't have to worry about pronunciation. But what if you are learning a language that has a different script that you cannot read? Well, like for example,
Lucas has been learning Levantine Arabic right now, right?
yeah, I have been learning Levantine Arabic, and well, the Arabic script is, well, it's this, right? so yeah, here, write a text in Levantine Arabic. How many of you guys can read the script? Wow, yeah, of course, here at the Polyglot Gathering, you're gonna find a lot of people, but usually that's not the case. Well, if you cannot read the script like me, well, you can cheat, and you can add for a transliteration. As I said in the beginning, it's not always 100% correct, but yeah, we can definitely see that it's getting more and more accurate with time. And I strongly believe that in a very near future, it will be 99.99% accurate.
But we can use for other languages as well, like other scripts such as Japanese, Korean, whatever, Armenian, Greek. We can ask it like, hey, these are some words or some phrases that we want to see in different languages. So we have Privyet in Russian, what else? Yasas in Greek, Annyeonghaseyo in Korean, and it gives you also the transliteration here. On the
I think it's getting smarter, right? So when I tested, it only gave the sentences, but now it's already giving the transliteration and the translation. Yeah. But what if we want to know exactly how these things are pronounced? What if we want to see the IPA of the sentences? Well, we can add IPA as well and get a better sense of how these words and sentences are pronounced.
Exactly. And but let's go back to our English-Chinese list, right? The one that we talked about, foreign policy. We want to add sentences, example sentences, to give some context. So, for example, we can tell ChatGPT, let's get back to it.
Okay, so let's go back to the bilingual list. Okay, so here's our English-Chinese bilingual list.
And then we can ask it like, hey, ChatGPT, could you please add one sentence, one example sentence for each of these words? Oh, sorry.
Okay, so now, yeah, we can see.
Now we're talking.
Yeah, now we're talking. So yeah, so now we can see examples using all these different words. As we know, it's always better to learn in context. So why not have an example sentence for each of the items we had in our bilingual text, or bilingual list?
That's when you want to learn something like about a specific topic. So in our case here is foreign policy, but it could be whatever you want, gardening, could be astronomy, whatever you want to talk about. And also, we're polyglots, we like learning other languages, so when you're writing something with a friend, you want to know this topic, you want to know how to talk about foreign policy, maybe you want to know this in Chinese, and also in other languages that you can speak, like Russian, Polish, Ukrainian, or whatever, you can ask ChatGPT. Write one example sentence for each of these words, of these keywords in Russian, Ukrainian, and Polish. And it's going to give you the same sentences, or it's going to create also new sentences and give you examples that you can add to your Anki flashcards, to your deck, or just practice at home, whatever you want.
I've noticed time and time again that when you're learning a language, you tend to talk about the same topics over and over again, so I guess it's a good idea to also learn these words in the languages that you're learning.
Exactly. And translation is also a very, very good feature of ChatGPT because it knows it's been trained on billions and billions of texts in basically any language, in English, in Spanish, like in the big languages, it's very strong. So if you want to have like one sentence, like a very, very basic sentence, like the weather is nice today, and you want to translate into other languages, you can do that. So it's going to translate this sentence into Portuguese, Spanish, Italian, French, Romanian, and Latin, the Latin languages.
And I think this becomes especially interesting when you can combine it with, for example, WhatsApp. So imagine that you send a message to a friend and you think, oh, I don't know how to say this in French. Well, you could connect ChatGPT to WhatsApp and then automatically translate that sentence into as many languages as you want.
Exactly. But now we're going to talk about the real power of ChatGPT, which is, this is good, but it's been done, right? We've been using Google Translate, DeepL, whatever, for many, many years now, and it's very easy. This may not surprise anyone. But the real power of ChatGPT is in text and text creation. So you want to just for example, you like language learning, I assume, and all of you here, and you want to write a short text about this thing. You can do this. Write a short dialogue about it. And here, he wrote it in Portuguese, probably because it's getting from the previous message here, the translate the sentence.
I guess we can just ask it to translate into English, right?
Exactly. You can ask it to translate, exactly. So translate it into English.
Okay, and here you have the text. Again, when I first started using AI 9 months ago, I would read this translation and I would find a bunch of mistakes. Now, well, we can have a look. And do you guys see any mistakes in this translation? Well, I guess we would have to see the original text to be sure, but it seems pretty legit.
Exactly. And again, one thing that is really important when you're learning a foreign language for us is knowing the correct register that you have to use in a specific situation. So like in Japanese, this is very important, in Korean, but also in Spanish. If you go to Spain or if you go to Latin America, you may try to speak Spanish in a way that you're learning in a book, and you're going to sound like a book. And this is not cool. So you want to go there, you make friends, you're going to talk in a more informal way. And you can ask ChatGPT to do that because it has this thing in its training. It has this memory, not this memory, but this training, this base of text there. So you could, for example, just say, hey, translate this dialogue into Spanish, but using a lot of slang. Because I have friends, and I want to talk.
Okay, so let's see if we can find some interesting slang words here.
¿Cómo va tu rollo de aprender idiomas? Suena perrón. Claro, güey.
Te entiendo, carnal. Wow.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so I think this is not something that you can get from, your regular textbook, right? Because you might learn a language using a textbook or, an app, and then once you go to Spain, you see this and you think, and you see people talking like this, you might not understand. So I guess you can get ready for, going to a bar in Spain and socializing with your friends using some slang.
Exactly. And you can do the same for other languages. So it has the memory there, the text is there, the base one, and you can do let's do this into French using a lot of street language. So.
Ça roule.
Ça roule dans tes langues ou quoi?
Je kiffe.
C'est chaud, mais c'est kiffant. Ça gère. So it gives you, je kiffe, mais fixer des objectifs. Merci, frérot. So it gives you a lot of these things. It knows these things because it's being trained on a lot of text. And it knows the difference when you're talking in a formal way, in an informal way, in a neutral, more or less way. And this is really, really impressive. This is where it stands out, really.
A plus, mec.
And we can keep writing dialogues, just still talking about register, right, Lucas? Because right now we have been using street language, slang, but we can say hey, write a short dialogue about a weekend plan between two 50-year-old co-workers.
Let's see what we get here. Oh, it's in French.
This is in French, yeah, but wait. In English.
In English. Let's do it in English first.
So you see, it has this memory, because you're still talking in the same chat, so it has a context that now we're speaking French. No, I want it in English. I want to be specific when I'm giving you.
Yeah, that sounds like just plain language, right? The kind of language you would learn from a textbook.
Exactly.
Okay, let's try to spice it up. How about we try some slang again, right?
Yeah. Okay, translate this dialogue into French using a lot of slang, as if two teenagers were talking to each other. So they were 50-year-old co-workers, and now they are, where's my mouse? Here. Now they are two friend teenagers. Wow, quoi de prévu pour les week-ends? Rien de...
Again, of course, there might be mistakes, but as we said in the beginning, this tech is improving. every day. Right now we are using the 3.5 model. There are two models available at the moment, the 3.5 and the 4. Right now we're demonstrating with the 3.5 because it's a bit faster. But if you need, if you have a prompt that requires more intelligence from ChatGPT, you can definitely use ChatGPT 4, and the results will be even better.
Exactly. We're going to translate this text, the two teenagers, back into English, but using slang now. So it's not two 50-year-old cool workers. It's just
now the teenager is using slang.
Nothing crazy planned. It's a bit younger. Like, that sounds super cool. Because we asked it to be informal.
Totally agree.
But we can do more. We've been using like a normal day-to-day language, and of course, this is very useful, but we can play a little bit with it. We can say, like, translate it in a way how Shakespeare would have said it.
Let's see what we get here.
Oh, what tidings for the morn. Exactly.
Do you remember that time you went to England and you wanted to see a play in French and in English? I guess you could share the story with them.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I had this problem because I went to London once and I wanted to watch a Shakespearean play. I think it was Richard III. And they speak English, Old English, of course, like Shakespearean English and French in the play. And I could understand the French part much better. Because like the English was so rare, so alien to me, like I didn't have any contact with this language. And the French part was, even though my French is much lower, my French level is much lower, I could understand it much better because it was like maybe a more modern version, or maybe French hasn't changed so much, I'm not sure. But yeah, this was the thing that I saw there. And I was like understanding, I don't know, 20, 30% of it. So maybe you want to go to London, watch Richard III, and you can prepare beforehand.
So I'm assuming that imagine that you want to learn Shakespeare, you want to read Shakespeare, but you don't have the vocabulary to do so. Well, you could, for example, write about yourself. Have a text just like we showed here on the screen, then translate it to this kind of language just to get a sense of the kind of structures it has, and then read something in the original.
Exactly.
It could be a stepping stone to get there.
Or you can prepare, like, hey, just give me the whole Richard III in modern English. And then you're like, now I know what they're talking about. This might help you there. And we're Brazilians, like Lucas.
Okay, yeah.
We can write a dialogue between João and Maria, two Brazilians, in Brazilian Portuguese, about dancing samba. Let's stick to the stereotypes. I don't dance samba, by the way.
By the way, this is also quite colloquial, right? E aí, Maria. What was the beginning again?
Yeah, exactly.
E aí, Maria,
tudo tranquilo?
Yeah, this is exactly how we talk.
How we speak in Brazil, yeah.
Tudo certo. Okay.
But one thing that also other systems do not do is to translate from the same language, like from different registers of the same language or different accents, how we call them. This is in Brazilian Portuguese, and I would definitely talk like this, you too, right?
Totally.
But we can translate this dialogue from Brazilian Portuguese to European Portuguese. Olá, Maria, tudo bem? Tudo certo. Sabes, tenho pensado em aprender a dançar samba. No one in Brazil speaks like that. Like, this is as alien as Spanish or Italian for us.
So for those of you who have been learning European Portuguese, well, now you can get both versions using ChatGPT. You can go from one version of the language to the other. I guess you can also do that with English, with all the Italian dialects, with the German dialects. You can give it a try.
Exactly. But Lucas, what about grammar?
Oh, grammar, yeah, of course. I think ChatGPT is also very useful for grammar. So let's say you're learning Spanish and you don't know what the subjunctive mood is. What is the subjunctive mood? Yeah, what is the subjunctive mood in Spanish?
How many people here can properly use the subjunctive mood who are not native speakers of a Latin language? Do you believe that you can really, really do it? Come on, don't be humble. I want to see some hands. You can ask it to explain it to you.
And there you have it. You have an explanation. Oh, that was a very short explanation.
And you can ask, okay, this is too, I don't know, too weird. Like, this is too
simple, right?
Yeah,
too
simplistic.
Simple as well.
Exactly.
Let's get some examples. Okay, now we're talking. Okay, yeah, now you're talking.
Yeah.
Wishes, you can use the subjunctive mood for wishes, recommendations, hypothetical situations, doubts and uncertainty, emotions. Okay, well, that's a lot of information. How about we get some exercises to practice what we have just seen here? Create some exercise so I can practice. And there we have, out of the box, we have even 3 exercises. Okay, cool. Can you scroll up? Let's see what kind of exercise we have here.
So like the first one is more like a fill in the blank, right?
And then we have, I guess, rewrite the following sentences using the subjunctive. I guess, yeah, the second exercise is probably very useful. And then the third one is, create your own sentences with examples. Okay, and it might say, okay, here are the exercises. Go ask your teacher for the answers. But what if you don't have a Spanish teacher? Well, then you can ask ChatGPT to give the answers. And then
he's going to give you, like, in 5 seconds, all the answers. And also, we're talking about students here. Of course, you're learning a new language and you can use that. But for teachers, it can be very useful as well. You have to create exercises about the subjunctive mood for your students, or about the instrumental case in Russian and Polish. It's going to be just as effective.
Okay, let's see some more examples. How about?
Yeah, we can see like we said before, you can use for like a dictionary, more or less, right?
Okay, how do you say speak in Spanish? Well, it's hablar. And what if I want to learn how to conjugate the verb hablar? Well,
it's also very easy, right?
How do you conjugate the verb hablar? And I guess we're going to see yo hablo, tú hablas, él habla. It looks like it doesn't know how to conjugate Spanish verbs.
It's researching.
It's taking a break. That's interesting. Okay, so stop generating. I think you can click on stop generating. Okay, finally, yeah, here it is. Yo hablo.
Where's the rest?
Tú hablas. It's interesting. Usually it's faster than that.
Yeah, but it changes a lot, and there's not a problem. And this is by the way, this is the free version or the paid version?
This is the paid version.
The paid version, okay. Yeah.
Okay, and then 5 minutes later we have the conjugation of the verb hablar. But what if we want to learn how to conjugate the verb hablar? So this is the present tense, right? What if we want to know how to conjugate the verb hablar in, for example, the past tense? Well, of course.
Oh.
Or in the past tense.
And it understands.
And it still understands, exactly.
It can write it wrong, it understands, actually. So in the preterite, past tense, yo hablé, tú hablaste, and so on and so forth.
And you can, of course, use the same idea with future tense, again, subjunctive mood, imperative, all the other tenses.
Exactly. And again, we were saying that it's been trained on text, so it knows text very well. And this can be used for corrections. When you're not sure if what you wrote to a friend or to your boss is correct or not, you can simply, hey, yo soy en Barcelona ahora y soy muy cansado. Is it correct?
Well, let's
Do you
see
think
if
it's correct or not?
Let's see if it's correct. Oh, the sentence, yo soy en Barcelona ahora y soy muy cansado is not correct. It's partially correct. So here's the correct sentence, right? Estoy en Barcelona ahora y estoy muy cansado. Okay, cool. And now here, I guess it's explaining the difference between ser and estar. I think that for those of you who have studied Spanish before, well, you had to learn the difference between ser and estar, unless your native language is Portuguese or any other language that has ser and estar, or 2 verbs for to be.
Yeah.
Okay, here we have more examples.
Used to express inherent characteristics, identity, profession, etc. And estar, temporary states, locations, and etc. And that's for Spanish, but it can work for other languages as well, like Portuguese, or even German. Here we said, like, what is the difference between A and B? But let's give it 3 words.
Okay, so what is the difference between A, B, and C? Let's see if we can.
Fragen, anfragen, befragen. And we didn't say anything. We just said, like, it was A and B before, but it knows context, it knows text. So it understands that, like, okay, A and B, maybe now it's A, B, and C. and I'm going to get this and translate or explain the 3 words that we gave them.
I've wasted so much time, asking people like, wait, what is the difference between say and tell, or I don't know, antworten und beantworten? Well, now it's much easier. You can just ask ChatGPT.
Okay, but now I'm going to go to a new tab, Lucas, because
Okay.
we've been playing too much with this tab. When you want to clean the context, when you want to forget everything that you used so far, you just go and click New Chat here on the top left, and there you go. And maybe you want texts as well. You want to practice your reading, for example. You can ask it to write a text, right? Lucas, we were talking about foreign policy before.
Right. I think this is where ChatGPT and AI really stands out and shines, because maybe you're learning Spanish, and in your textbook you see a text about Juan, and Juan has a blue car, and you think, who is Juan and the blue car? Like I can't really relate to it. It's just boring to read about it. But now you can read about things you actually are passionate about. For example, I really like reading about foreign policy. So this would not be the first text I will read in any language, but yeah, here you have a text in Spanish.
And it's a very long one.
About foreign policy.
Yeah. So if you want, maybe, I don't know, you don't understand what is seguridad, for example, this word, you're like, ChatGPT, seguridad, meaning? And then it's going to explain.
Yeah, I don't have to go to a dictionary. You can just get a translation on the same tab.
And because it knows what you asked before, it knows the context in which this word is, so it's going to translate within this context, which is very important. And but this text was very long and very hard, I think, for a beginner. So we can ask, please, ChatGPT, I want the same text, but simplify it, and at a level that an A2 level student could understand it, maybe. And you can see.
And now it's much shorter, and it's using simpler words.
Exactly. And maybe you want to train yourself or to check if you understood the text correctly, right? And you can ask ChatGPT, hey, I want to make sure that I understood everything, and I want some exercises. So give me 5 multiple choice questions regarding this text that you just provided. And then it's going to give you some exercises for you to really make sure.
Reading comprehension.
Exactly. And sometimes it happens. You have to be patient with it a little bit. But it's also because it's a very, very new tool. It's been out since maybe October last year, and it's much, much better right now. I would complain that it was super, super slow.
Yeah,
and now you've been seeing,
this is
right?
the May 24th version, so...
Yeah, but in comparison, it's super fast now, and this is improving by the day. So in 1 month from now, it's going to be much, much faster in 2 months, and so on.
Okay, so now we're going to I guess all these ideas we have shared so far, they are quite simple. Oh, the answers first, sorry.
Yeah, you can keep talking.
Yeah, so the prompts we have shared so far are quite simple, but now we're going to try to become a little bit creative, and we're going to start combining these ideas. I guess we need to open a new chat,
okay.
And I think we'll need GPT-4 to do this. I don't think that 3.5 will be able to get this job done.
Exactly. So the big difference of these 2 models is that GPT-4 has been trained on much, much more data, and it's also has more weights, more neurons when you talk about neural networks. So in a way, it understands much, much better. I don't remember the numbers, but it was maybe 50 times better or 100 times better.
Well, I've been using both, and to my mind, yeah, GPT-4 is, I don't know, 100 times better than 3.5. I don't use 3.5 anymore because I get annoyed by its answer.
But you've seen, it works very, very well. We've been using 3.5 so far, and it works really, really well.
Okay, so here we have a very long prompt. So imagine that you're going to a conference, and people are going to talk about languages in this conference. And people are going to ask you questions like, what's your name? Where are you from? What language do you speak? What's your favorite language? I guess you guys have heard these questions multiple times at this conference, right? So here we have about 50 questions. Here I wrote a little bit about myself. My name is Lucas. I'm a polyglot from Brazil. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, this is just my mini bio. And then here I'm going to ask it. Wait, go up a little bit. Yeah, so I'm going to ask ChatGPT to answer those 50 questions and create a maybe back and forth conversation. And then it's going to translate into Polish. And I think that you pasted the wrong prompt. So we are going to get the sentence in English, sorry, in Polish, and then a translation in Russian. I want to use modern language, but I still want to sound informal. Let's see what we get.
In English, or?
Yeah, we can.
This one?
Yeah.
Another version.
But then also English over there. Add a world flag before a sentence in English. Okay.
This is the prompt, and then when you go down, it's going to start to write.
I think you can go up. I would like to explain the second part of the. Okay. Yes, and I'm sure there will be words that I don't know. So okay, a bit lower. A bit lower. Oh no, these are already the answer, right? Oh no, yes, right there. So there might be words that I don't understand. So I would like to paste those words in the chat, and then I would like to get the base form of that word, so the lemmatized word, the pronunciation, and a few more example sentences. So let's see the results. Okay, so yeah, the second question was, where are you? And then here I get this hypothetical dialogue, right? Keep scrolling. And then here, if I write continue, it will go to the third question. So yeah, I guess a way to prepare for a conference like this would be reading these dialogues. And well, if I don't understand something, I can read the translation in English. And if I want to get more details about the words that I don't know, I can write the words that I don't know in the chat. Let's give it a try. Can you, for example, write, let's see.
Should I stop generating?
Yes. How about cierpliwości?
Huh?
How about cierpliwości? Can you paste?
Here.
Yeah. Okay, so if I don't know what cierpliwości means, I can just paste it here, and then I'm going to get the lemmatized form. I'm going to get the pronunciation in IPA. I'm going to get some example sentences, and the translation into English. So again, you don't need dictionaries anymore. You can just rely on ChatGPT.
Yes. And that's the main part of the presentation. That is all about ChatGPT that we've been talking now. But we have 2 more videos that we want to show you. They're very short, 1 minute long probably. And I'm going to give it to you right now. 1 second. The first one is about a product that a friend of ours, the CTO of our company, Language Boost, Sebastian Stecker, maybe some of you know him, is developing right now, which is using ChatGPT for subtitles. So many of you know Language Reactor, that you can give the translation of a specific word when you're watching a YouTube video or Netflix. And we've been doing the same, but using ChatGPT, so you can get not only the word, the translation for the word, but for the whole context. It knows what comes before and what it comes after. So let me play the video for you. Oops, 1 second. Yeah, no.
Hi everyone at the Polyglot conference. My name is Sebastian Stecker, and today I would like to show you an app that I've been working on to help you learn languages with YouTube and GPT-4. So let me show you how it works. So this is a video in French, from Inner French. And as you can see, with the app, I can select multiple words and get a translation or an explanation coming directly from GPT-4. So this app is very useful if you're already at a higher level and you would like to be able to select multiple words in YouTube and get an explanation. The app works for many languages. It works for more than 70 languages now. And this is an example, well, in Russian. Let me show you in Russian. Let me restart the video and let me switch to Russian. So as you can see, you can navigate through the subtitles and select an expression that you find difficult, or you can simply translate the entire subtitle. So this is how it works. Let me show you an example, for example, in Chinese. So this is a video from Dashu Mandarin, and we can select Mandarin and get translation in Chinese. So this is very useful for a language like Chinese because, well, Chinese can be very difficult to understand without context. So GPT-4 actually gets the context from the previous and the...
Yeah. This is the gist of it, and it's going to be out very, very soon.
I guess it's a great idea to mention as well that it separates the words. So, Chinese is written without spaces. All this can be very helpful as well.
And the last video is just 1 minute long, is the special presence that we had. Is a guy, a very, very good friend of mine that I have on my WhatsApp. It's something that we created using AI as well, combining some AI tools such as ChatGPT, Whisper, 11 Labs for deep voice cloning. So let's see.
Hey man, I'm with some friends here who don't believe I have you on my contact
Barack.
list. Can you introduce yourself to them?
Hey there, I'm Barack Obama, the 44th President of the United States. It's a pleasure to meet you and your friends. I always enjoy chatting with folks and learning about their experiences. So, what's on your mind today?
Just to make sure that everyone understands what's happening, so Fabrício has Barack on his contact list. And, well, sometimes he likes to talk to Obama and practice different languages. So
yes.
Obama here is speaking English, but Obama is also a polyglot, and he speaks multiple languages, as we will see here on the video.
He's a president, so he traveled a lot.
Cool. By the way, me acuerdo que hablas español, ¿no? ¿Sigues casado?
Sí, hablo un poco de español. Y sí, sigo casado con mi maravillosa esposa Michelle. Tenemos 2 hijas increíbles, Malia y Sasha. ¿Y tú, cómo va todo en tu vida?
Fajnie, wszystko dobrze. A panie prezydencie, czy pan zamierza przyjechać do Polski?
Tak, mam nadzieję kiedyś odwiedzić Polskę. To piękny kraj z bogatą historią i kulturą. Pozdrawiam.
Ah ouais, avec ta meuf?
Oui, j'aimerais visiter la Pologne avec ma femme, Michelle. Nous apprécions découvrir de nouveaux pays et cultures ensemble.
Alter, ich muss los, aber ja, Dank für das Gespräch.
Kein Problem, es war mir eine Freude. Ich wünsche Ihnen alles Gute und einen schönen Tag.
Yeah, so this is the power, things that you can do using not only ChatGPT, but combining the power of other AIs. And I think that's it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, and just one more thing. Now with this tech, imagine that you want to learn a new language, let's say German. You can record your voice speaking English, and then you can hear how you would sound like without an accent speaking German. So
Exactly.
I guess that's
Apparently, ChatGPT wrote to us.
are these questions from ChatGPT?
The first one. Hey, we're promoting you. Come on, give us a break. How important do you think it's fact-checking while learning languages with the help of ChatGPT? That's a very good question. Because it's not really good as of now, like without the internet access, it's not very good. I mean, it's not the point of ChatGPT to be fact-specific. The point is that it knows text, and it knows very well it's been trained on text. So if you want to know what was the latest news about something, maybe now you can use plugins on GPT-4.
Yeah, you can connect it to the internet as well. So.
Exactly. But it's creating, it's imagining things, how humans might create the sentences. So each word, the next word, is going to, like, I like, what is the next word? It's going to analyze all the data that's been trained upon, and it's going to think, okay, probably the next word is going to be cars, or going, and then after going, to, and then the, and then beach, or supermarket, or whatever. And it's all based on probabilities. So the point is not to be facts, like the correctness of the facts, is just about thinking how a human might create a sentence. So don't use a hammer to hit every nail, the nail that is not being specifically prepared to hit.
Well, and I guess it's also important to point out that the new version of ChatGPT, GPT-4, is hallucinating a lot less, and I believe it will only get better. Did you try smaller languages such as Upper Sorbian or Belarusian? I have not.
No.
But I have tried Estonian, Armenian, and Estonian and Armenian, and the results have been getting a lot better over the last months.
I've been trying for Polish, and I noticed some mistakes, but as Lucas said, it's improving on a daily basis. Is there a feature to know how words and speech sound? There are other tools that you can use for that. For example, the 11 Labs tool, that's the one how we created the Obama's voice cloning. But you have to connect them, of course, if you want to do, like right now, there's not one specific for that. It's just like a Forvo, if you use that.
Is it possible to use this app only for YouTube videos which already have subtitles? No. Well, yes. Now the version we have is only for videos that have subtitles. But now we are working on a new tool that will generate, by using Whisper, you're going to generate the subtitles. And then, if you like to watch videos, I don't know, in Persian, that have no subtitles and you would like to have a transcript, it will be possible very, very soon.
The first one, did you guys ChatGPT'd during the Utah pub quiz? No comments. No comments. Can you show how to create Anki DAC from world list in ChatGPT? We don't have time to do that right now, but you can talk to us later, or you can write us an email. For sure, we're going to be able to tell you how to do it. And
is it possible to somehow get the full text of the last prompt that you showed in the presentation? Sure. Yes. We can share that with you guys.
Our website is languageboost.biz. So we have our contact there if you want to talk to us. And yeah, just write us an email. And I think we already answered this one. So.
Any more questions? All right.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much. Dziękuję. Dziękujemy.